Live from KFVS 12, this is Heartland News special coverage of Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
The phone lines are open as we continue with our inaugural Hero Fund USA Giving Day right here at Heartland News. We are asking you to help our local first responders. You can make a donation right now by calling 1-833-549-2882. You see the number on your screen. Every dollar you donate stays right here in the Heartland. Good evening, everyone. The donations you're making today will be used to help out local agencies like the Anna Fire Department. That's where we find Jeff live to tell us more about it.
That's right, Kathy. We are here in Anna, and I'm standing in front of this firefighting equipment. And you can imagine, this is expensive stuff for these guys. This is a volunteer fire department, and this represents thousands of dollars, and it can eat through their budget really quickly. That's why we're doing our Hero Fund USA Giving Day today, so we can help bridge the gap between the budget and what it doesn't cover. And we're happy that you guys have helped out so far, and we've been able to raise thousands of dollars. And I want to just step over here. This is Chief Mike Dammerman of the Anna Fire Department, and KFVS General Manager Chris Conroy. And Chris, take it away.
Well, Chief Dammerman, we are so glad that you requested the gas meters that you needed on behalf of the viewers of the Heartland, KFVS 12, Gray Television, and Hero Fund USA. We're glad to give you this $900 to get you guys what you need to stay safe.
Thank you. We greatly appreciate it. We thank for you guys for participating in this, for Hero Fund for putting it on. It's going to be a great asset to our department. Thank you.
Chief, again, these meters, I know we've covered it a couple times, but explain to folks what you're going to do with this money.
This money, like I said, we're going to purchase 4 gas meters. They help us to detect 4 different types of gases. The most common one would be carbon monoxide, tasteless, odorless. That's the most common in households. But like I said, it gives us an option for 3 others. So it's be a great asset for our department.
All right, great. Well, congratulations. Chris, thanks for coming down. And folks, again, it's real easy to donate. I'm going to go over how you can do it real quickly once again. The phone number, 1-833-549-2882. That's how you can make a donation to Hero Fund USA. You can also text by sending the word Hero Fund to 44321. You can also go to our KFVS 12 News app. If you're more high-tech, if you will, you can use the QR code that you can see on your screen there. Point your camera to it. It'll take you right to PayPal donation site for Hero Fund USA, or you can go to Venmo. So a lot of different ways to donate. And again, thank you for helping us so far. We've been really pleased with how the Heartland has stepped up and helped raise thousands of dollars for our local first responders. Kathy, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you. And I want to make a very quick correction. At 5 o'clock, I misspoke. Window World donated $500 to the Hero Fund today. So thank you again to Window World, to all of you out there donating, and to all of those folks out here supporting our first responders. Now, also today, local first responders got the chance to spread the message of safety at Southeast Missouri State University. Nikki Clark takes us there.
No seatbelts on. Seatbelt demonstrations, impaired driving simulations, and drunk goggles.
Anytime we can interact with people in a non-enforcement situation, maybe build a relationship with them, that's what we're looking for.
Southeast students get a lesson in safety right here in the middle of campus. Clark Parrott with the Missouri State Highway Patrol calls this event a great way to reach young adults.
We would rather educate them in a situation like this as take enforcement action or, God forbid, have to work a traffic crash where they did not put a seatbelt on.
Okay, one more time.
Arrive Alive brought out this drunk driving simulator. Casey Troyer tells me the simulation can be eye-opening.
We want them to think about how they're going to get home.
I tried it myself. Once in the car, you put on a headset. You start off sober with a clear look at the road on this screen. Then the system adds alcohol. Your vision gets blurry and your peripheral vision goes away.
We stress to them, call your parents. They're not going to be mad. They want you to come home alive.
SEMO sophomore Evie Frazier and her friends just stumbled upon the event.
Oh, let's go try it. It looks fun.
Riley Magine says they've enjoyed learning through the activities.
We got to try the drunk goggle walk test, and we looked at the car thing with the drunk goggles, and I'm quite curious to try it.
Being that visual representation, like you can just see, like, this is what it would look like.
Help them make proper choices. That's what we're all about.
If we can get through to one of them at a school, I guess I consider that a victory.
In Cape Girardeau, Nikki Clark, Live Local Now, Heartland News.
Other organizations taking part today included MoDOT, the Southeast Missouri Network Against Sexual Violence, and the Safe House. A communication tower that stood tall over Cape County for some 5 decades comes down. Crews dismantled the tower located at the old Cape Girardeau County Courthouse in Jackson. The county's EMA director tells us they used the tower to communicate with local fire departments, ham radio operators, and others. He says it's taken 2 years of planning to remove it.
We didn't see spending $300,000 to build a new tower. The radio system was over 10 years old. All the equipment was becoming obsolete. Couldn't see trying to replace those continuously, going on eBay or whatever to try and find the pieces.
Mark Winkler says they've already switched over their radio equipment to a new site on the Jackson Water Tower next to I-55.
Live from KFVS 12, this is Heartland News special coverage of Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show. It's Wednesday and it's our Hero Fund USA Giving Day. Crystal Britt is live at the fire station. Crystal, you have a lot to talk about this morning.
Well, we do have a lot to talk about. Good morning, Elena, and good morning to all of you. We're live this morning at Station 1 of the Cape Girardeau Fire Department, and it is a special day of giving. It's our inaugural Giving Day is what I'm trying to say. KFVS 12 is teaming up with Hero Fund USA to help raise money for local first responders. What we want to do is help them have what they need on site to keep them safe as they go out to keep us safe when they are on call. So we're talking police, fire, EMS. We want to do everything we can to help them. And there are multiple ways for you to give, and every dollar that you donate today stays right here in the Heartland. So that is fantastic news. So here's a way you can do it. We're going to run through those and we're going to talk a little bit more about why this is so important. All you have to do is pick up the phone. You can dial 1-833-549-2882, or you can text Hero Fund, that's all one word, to 44321 right on your phone. You can also pick up your phone right now and point it at the QR code, so yeah, making it super easy right there on your screen, and it will take you right to the donation site. You can also donate online at kfvs12.com/giving, or here's another option, Venmo at Hero Fund USA. And Hero Fund USA will use your money to help meet the needs of local firefighters, police officers, EMTs, and other first responders. So this is something that we're going to be talking about all day. And our Brianna Harris, she spent some time with the chief of the rural Scott County Fire Department to talk about why this day and why this effort is so important.
Anything that can save somebody's life.
With every disaster and emergency call, first responders are typically the first to arrive on the scene. They even put their lives at risk responding to all types of 911 calls.
When it comes to safety, I mean, it's hard to put a dollar figure on there, and we're trying to do what we can do to stay as safe as we can and keep everybody as safe as we can. Unfortunately, the public don't understand all of the ins and outs of the fire service and exactly how dangerous some of the stuff can be.
And the cost of equipment. Scott County Rural Fire Protection District Chief Jeremy Perrin tells me paying for the gear is expensive.
With everyday inflation that everybody is seeing today and the cost of fuel rising or on a roller coaster up and down, you know, that obviously affects us as well.
Perrin says maintaining firefighting equipment adds up.
Almost every fire department has to look at every angle out there, different grants and funding sources to keep the fire departments moving forward and keep everybody safe.
That's why having the proper equipment is top priority.
When we have the right equipment, we're able to get the job done faster, and it makes it safer for everybody, both the citizens and the firefighters.
In Scott County, Missouri, Brianna Harris, Live Local Now, Heartland News.
So let's talk about some of those items and how much they can cost. Firefighter bunker gear can run about $3,000. Rescue gear can cost about $2,500. Body armor for a canine, for example, would cost the department about $1,000. So what Hero Fund USA does is try to help fill the gaps between what's in the budget and what a department actually needs. So with that in mind and happening today, Governor Mike Parson is going to be awarding Missouri Public Safety Medals to some first responders and civilians from across the state. That's going to happen in Jefferson City today. So for the first time, the governor will honor these first responders with the state's new Red, White, and Blue Heart Award. They will go to first responders severely injured in the line of duty. 3 of the awards will be bestowed posthumously. The awards will be given out at 10 o'clock this morning. Also happening today, SEMO's Department of Public Safety hosting Safety Day to promote campus and personal safety, disaster preparedness, and crime prevention. So this is from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Normal Avenue in Cape. This is between Kent Library and Academic Hall. Some activities would include impaired driving simulations and Missouri State Highway Patrol. They're going to have a seatbelt rollover simulator out there. So later on this morning, we will be live out there. But again, this is our Giving Day. We are so excited to be a part of this, and we hope that you will stay tuned throughout the day to get excited about what we are doing to help these local first responders. So that's all we have for right now. Let's send it over to Lisa now for your First Alert forecast.
On this special day of giving, we are focusing in on the needs and efforts of our Heartland first responders. You know, you see it all the time in your home, in your car, especially on your phone. Technology is jumping forward by leaps and bounds, and Heartland firefighters, police officers, and EMTs, they're struggling with that too. But how can they keep up when they can barely afford the basics to fight fires, respond to police calls, and save lives? That's why Heartland News is partnering with Hero Fund USA and also Window World of Cape Girardeau. We are offering this special day of giving where you can make a difference. And I want to bring in Mike Harper with Window World of Cape Girardeau. And Mike, tell me a little bit about why it was so important for you and your company to be a part of this very special day.
Yeah. I think it's very important for us to support our first line responders so that they have all the necessary equipment they need to do their job. They put their lives on the line for us every single day, so we want to make sure that we do support them. That's very important. And here at Window World of Cape Girardeau, we want to also support the Hero Fund.
Okay, Mike, and I understand you're making a very generous donation today on behalf of Window World of Cape Girardeau, correct?
Yes, that is correct. We are making a donation today.
Okay, what do we got here?
We have a $500 donation to the Hero Fund.
Okay, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Mike. And again, 100% of this $500 donation and of anything you donate today will be going to support our local police, our local firefighters, and our local EMTs. So please open your wallet, open your heart, and please consider giving today. In Cape Girardeau, Carly O'Keefe, Heartland News.
Live from KFVS 12, this is Heartland News special coverage of Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show. Today we're raising money as part of our Hero Fund USA Giving Day. Crystal Britt has been live this morning from the Cape Girardeau Fire Department, and she has more on this special day. Good morning, Crystal.
Good morning. It's a good day to help somebody out, and today is the day to do that. It's a gorgeous day. We're here at Station 1. These firefighters, they're here, they're ready to do their jobs, and of course, in order to do their jobs, they need lots of equipment to help keep them safe. And here on this table, just examples of, some of the equipment that they use to help protect them when they're out helping us, like the equipment they would need like for the dive team to help protect them, the turnout gear that they need. This is some new gear, I'm told, and it's going to wear down quickly. So fire departments, for example, they need to have this changed out regularly so that they can stay safe on the job. So just examples of things that they need on the job to keep them safe so they can keep us safe when they're out doing what they need to do. So here's some examples of how you can help us on this day of giving. All you have to do is pick up the phone. You can dial 1-833-549-2882, or you can text Hero Fund, all one word, to 44321 right on your phone. You can also, and this is pretty cool, just pick up your phone. You can point it at the QR code that you see on your screen, and that will take you right to the donation site. You can also donate at KFVS12.com/giving. Or if you have Venmo, you can Venmo to @HeroFundUSA. And just so you know, because this is a question I had, Hero Fund USA will use your money to help meet the needs of local firefighters, police officers, EMTs, and other first responders. So that money all stays here locally. So if you're calling, for example, let them know that you're in the KFVS viewing area and you want your money to stay locally. And I am told 100% of it will do just that. So we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be back out here all morning talking about how important this special day of giving is and how we can all do our parts to help local first responders. So we'll have more in just a bit, but let's check in with Lisa again to see how this day is shaping up.
Yeah. Let's check back in with Crystal Britt, who is live this morning from the Cape Girardeau Fire Department for our Hero Fund USA Giving Day. Crystal, how you doing out there?
Hey, good morning, Elena. Doing great out here at Station 1, and of course firefighters doing what they do, getting ready for the day. Shift change probably happening right now. But we want to talk about how important it is to help the people who help us, because of course they budget lots of money for all that equipment to help us when they go out on those calls. But we also want to make sure that we fill in some of those gaps where they get the equipment that they need to do their job. So we're going to bring in Justin Drury. He's with the Cape Girardeau Fire Department, driver operator. So Justin, you guys have a lot of stuff that you need. Probably people, I mean, we see the turnout gear that you guys wear, but you have a lot of equipment that you need in order to keep yourself safe when you go out. Like, talk about some of the things you need.
Yes, ma'am. So as you guys can see on the table here, we got just a very minor amount of equipment that we use every day. With the things that we go on, the calls that we see, we not only respond to fires, but we respond to vehicle accidents, we respond to calls on the river, respond to just a plethora of different real-world situations.
And this stuff wears out, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. With the amount of hard work that we have to put into things, it just breaks down over time, and that's just part of our job. I mean, yeah, it just whenever we use our stuff, it gets used hard, and sometimes it just breaks down faster than we can need.
So why do you think things like this are important? You know, we're the community, they want to help, they want to do things. Why is this a good idea?
Well, we just we appreciate anything and everything that the city does for us, for the citizens, all that, just because the all this equipment is basically life-saving, not only for us but for them as well. It just helps us do our job that much more efficiently and effectively. And we just appreciate anything and everything that they can do for us. So.
Absolutely. And we know we have a generous community here, so we know people will take part in this day of giving. So, Justin, thank you for helping us out. And thank you, as always, a very generous Heartland. If you want to head over to KFVS12.com/giving, find out everything you need to know about this special day of giving and how you can help our local first responders. Back to you.
This is the KFVS 12 Hero Fund USA Giving Day, sponsored by Window World of Cape Girardeau.
And good morning and welcome back. We are so glad to be part of this special day of giving. We're here live at the Cape Girardeau Fire Department, where, of course, firefighters always getting ready for what may come in the day. And, of course, they have a lot of things that they do to help keep us safe. But the whole focus of this is we want to make sure that they are well equipped so that they are safe. They have the equipment that they need to stay safe in the field so that they can help us when we may need it. So here's a look at ways that you can donate today. So all you have to do is pick up the phone. You just dial 1-833-549-2888, or you can text Hero Fund, that's all one word, to 44321 right on your phone. You can also just pick up your phone and point it right at the QR code that we have here for you. That'll take you right to a donation site, and Hero Fund USA will use your money to help get much needed equipment for local firefighters, police officers, EMTs, and other first responders. Go to KFVS12.com/giving for more.
This is the KFVS 12 Hero Fund USA Giving Day, sponsored by Window World of Cape Girardeau.
And good morning. I'm Crystal Britt, live here at the Cape Girardeau Fire Department, Station 1 here to talk about our special day of giving. We have so much that we want to share with you. We are teaming up with Hero Fund USA to help raise money for our local first responders so they can have equipment like what you see right here to help keep them safe on the job every single day. So all you have to do is pick up the phone, dial 1-833-549-2882, or you can text Hero Fund, all one word, to 44321 right on your phone. You can also pick up your phone and point it at the QR code that you see, and you can make a donation right through that or do it through Venmo. Lots of ways to help our local first responders, and we have lots planned for you today. We're going to be live on SEMO for Safety Day today. We're also going to be in Anna, Illinois, talking about this special day of giving today as well. So if you want to learn more, of course, I know this is a lot of information to take in. So if you just head over right now to KFVS12.com/giving, all the information you need right there to see how you can get involved and help your local first responders. And good morning and welcome back, and thanks for joining us on this special day of giving. We're live here at Station 1 at the Cape Girardeau Fire Department. I was just about to say it's empty because they went on a call, but they are just now arriving back in, of course, doing what they do to keep us safe. And one of the things that they need, like the equipment that they are starting to remove, they need all of this safety equipment to keep them safe as they go out on the job. And that's why we are doing this fundraiser today. And here is how you can help us with this Hero Fund USA Giving Day. Pick up your phone, dial 1-833-549-2882, or you can text Hero Fund, all one word, to 44321 right on your phone. Also, if you pick up your phone, you can point it right to the QR code. Boy, we have made it easy. So many ways to donate. Also at KFVS12.com/giving. You can send a donation as well through Venmo at Hero Fund USA. So what this organization does, they use your money to help meet the needs of local firefighters, police officers, EMTs, and other first responders. So this is an effort that you will see us out here doing all day at different places. We'll be at SEMO. They're going to have an event over there today. We'll also be in Anna, Illinois. So this is a Heartland-wide event, and we are so glad to know that all of you are so generous. You've helped us over the years with so many different efforts, and we know that this is one that's near and dear to your hearts, as many of you I know want to do everything you can to help our local first responders. So again, the best way, all in one spot. If you have more questions about what's going on, go to KFVS12.com/giving. All the information you need is right there. Lisa?
This is the KFVS 12 Hero Fund USA Giving Day, sponsored by Window World of Cape Girardeau.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Crystal Britt here live at Station 1 of the Cape Girardeau Fire Department. And we've been out here all morning because today is such a special day as we are teaming up with Hero Fund USA to help raise money for local first responders. There are so many ways for you to get involved today and help this cause. So let's take a look right here. All you have to do, there are people answering the phones right now. Just pick it up and dial 1-833-549-2882, or you can text Hero Fund, that's all one word, to 44321 right on your phone. Also, a super easy way to donate. We have a QR code that you can see on your screen. We also have that on our website where you can go right to a donation site. You can also send a donation through Venmo at Hero Fund USA. And Hero Fund, they will use your money, and all of it, I understand, 100% will go to help these local firefighters, EMTs, police officers have the equipment that they need to stay safe so that they can do their jobs when it comes to keeping keeping us safe. So just an idea of how much some of those items that we're talking about can cost. Firefighter bunker gear, that can run about $3,000. Rescue gear, $2,500. Body armor for a canine, for example, about $1,000. So this is something that will help fill the gaps in their budgets. As you can see, as we come back out here live, just an idea of some of the equipment that they use every single day, like the turnout gear and this equipment for their dive teams, equipment that basically it gets old and they need to be able to replace it as soon as possible to keep our local first responders safe. So again, KFVS12.com/giving to find out more.
Live from KFVS 12, this is Heartland News special coverage of Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Carly O'Keefe, live on the campus of Southeast Missouri State University. You can hear we have an emergency warning test happening right now, and all around me, this is the SEMO Campus Safety Day. And the purpose of this is to educate the community about what first responders do. And we are today, this is the backdrop for our Hero USA Giving Day. It's our first time doing this. We're raising money all day long. You've probably seen Crystal Britt on The Breakfast Show and Laura through the morning, and now I'm here at noon, and we are all asking you to think about giving to our local first responders. KFVS 12 teaming up with Hero Fund USA to raise money for our local first responders. The organization helps agencies pay for safety items that they need to do their jobs. And here's how you can help. All you have to do is pick up the phone and dial the phone number you see on your screen. That number, 1-833-549-2882. You can also text the word Hero Fund to this number, 44321. That makes a donation. There are other ways you can donate as well. It's very easy, including right on our KFVS News app. You can also just point your camera phone at the QR code that you see on your screen right now. That will take you to a PayPal donation. Very easy to do that way. You can also go through Venmo if you know how to use that. You can also go to our website, KFVS12.com/giving. And I do want to mention, every single dollar that we raise today, 100% of all proceeds are going to be staying right here to help our firefighters, our police officers, our EMTs, the folks that you rely on when you call 911. All of this money is going to go to them in Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois, and Western Kentucky. So Hero Fund USA works with those agencies to help them pay for things like helmets, body armor, rescue gear, things that city, state, county budgets don't always pay for and can leave a major gap in safety for these first responders. Crystal Britt spoke with firefighters in Cape Girardeau this morning about how this kind of equipment can really save their lives on the job.
We're here with the Cape Girardeau Fire Chief, Randy Morris, to talk just about how important some of this equipment is for our local emergency responders. So a lot of things that your guys need when they head out on these calls. For example, talk about what we're seeing right here.
So this is just a pretty normal setup for one of our firefighters. Includes the coat, the pants, the boots, the helmet. This is a Nomex hood that covers the back of their neck and any exposed skin that would be outside their mask when they're wearing their mask. We do carry what we call a bailout bag right here. Also encompasses a harness in there in case a firefighter has to escape a bad situation inside of a fire environment.
And they need this type of thing every day.
Every day. So,
and it's not cheap.
It is not cheap. So this whole ensemble, well, actually just the pants and the coat are approaching about $3,800 right now, and we're looking at probably about 11% increase before the end of the year. Is what the manufacturer's telling us.
Now, do you budget for this type of thing, or do you get grants a lot of times, or rely on donations?
So we do both. This gear here has probably been we allot so many sets per year based on the average age of that. So NFPA, which is a standard that we go by, recommends that the gear be replaced every 10 years, no more than that, because the gear could degrade, and then that's the last thing we want to do is put that on somebody, then get into a fire environment where they're going to get hurt or this gear is going to fail them. So
how important is it to know that when you send them out on a call or when they go out on those calls, that they come back exactly the way they went out?
Very, very important. That's my goal as the fire chief is to make sure our folks have the best equipment that they can have to when they come into shift, they go home and they go home the way they came in, back to their families. We don't want to ever see someone get hurt, killed in the line of duty because of something that we could have prevented.
So a lot of things that you guys need. What would you say to the people who are considering donating, or maybe they have already donated today? What do you say to the people who give so generously?
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't say it enough. You know, we live in an area that's very generous, and they do a great job of supporting not only just the fire department, but public safety in general. We're all one team. We all are looking out for the best interest of the community, and we want to be there and be the helping hand when someone's having a bad day.
That's right. All right. Well, here's your chance to help. If you go to KFVS12.com/giving, you can find out all you need to know to help your local first responders. Back to you.
Thank you, Crystal. And here's a look at how much some of that equipment can cost. So drones can cost about $5,000. Ballistic vests and helmets go for around $2,500 and up. A thermal imaging camera can cost between $500 and $7,500. And these are just some of the items that Hero Fund USA has helped to purchase for multiple agencies across the United States so far in this charity's lifetime. So this afternoon, Missouri Governor Mike Parson actually recognizing some of the life-saving efforts of first responders in the Show Me State. The governor presented awards to 23 first responders during a ceremony this afternoon. I'm Carly O'Keefe, back out here live on the campus of Southeast Missouri State University, where Safety Day is underway. And among the wonderful law enforcement officers you'll find here is Sergeant Clark Parrott with the Missouri State Highway Patrol. And Sergeant Parrott, tell me a little bit about what's going on here today and what you're doing specifically.
Well, the Missouri State Highway Patrol is here at Southeast Missouri State University with some of our local law enforcement partners. We're just interacting with the kids, the students, even some of the faculty, and just explain to them ways that we can keep them safe on campus, but also in their vehicles when they're traveling and that sort of thing. And the Highway Patrol specifically, we have our rollover simulator behind us, and it shows the importance of always wearing a seatbelt every time you get in a car. I will spin it. It's got dummies in it. Students are not allowed in it, but I'll spin it with the seatbelts on. They will not come out. Take the seatbelts off before it rolls one time. The dummies are on their way out or trying to get out of it. And it just shows and intensifies the need to always wear a seatbelt. When you consider that traffic crashes are the leading cause of death among 15 to 22-year-olds, why would we not do everything we can to try to change that behavior? So we're just very appreciative of Southeast Missouri State and our local law enforcement partners coming out here on this day.
Okay, and Trooper Parrott, or Sergeant Parrott, my apologies there. I do want to talk to you a little bit about, because you have some experience with this, there is so much equipment that you guys need to not only protect the public, but also protect yourselves. You work with a lot of different agencies in your capacity as a state trooper. Talk a little bit about that gap that exists between where budgets are and where the need is.
Yeah, from the Highway Patrol standpoint, we pretty much have or has provided what we need. However, through the Southeast Coalition for Roadway Safety, law enforcement partners can apply for grants through the Southeast Coalition and get much needed equipment for their officers, be it tent meters, portable breath testers, things like that. Events like you see Cape County doing behind us with the drunk goggles. Those are things that we can use from an educational standpoint, but there's also things available from an enforcement standpoint that they can help with, maybe some overtime, things like that, to help reduce impaired drivers on our roadways. And ultimately what we're trying to do is drive to zero and reduce our traffic fatalities.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Sergeant Parrott. And again, we are raising money today for Hero Fund USA, so you can take part in helping these heroes get the very needed necessities that they really need to protect the public and do their jobs. Live, local, and now on the Southeast Missouri campus, Carly O'Keefe, Heartland News.
Live from KFVS 12, this is Heartland News special coverage of Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
Good afternoon to you. Our Hero Fund USA Giving Day continues here on Heartland News Now. KFVS 12 and Heartland News have teamed up with Hero Fund USA. Our goal is to raise money for safety equipment needed by local first responders, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, anybody with specialized training who is among the first to arrive at a scene of an emergency and give help to victims when they need it most. Our coverage at 4 begins with Jeff Cunningham, who is live in Anna for us today. And how are things looking over there in Anna, Illinois, Jeff?
Hey Carly, hey everyone, it's Jeff Cunningham live in Anna, Illinois here at the Anna Fire Station for today's Hero Fund USA Giving Day. And all day today we've teamed up with Hero Fund USA to try to raise money for our local first responders. Men and women who do so much for us to keep us all safe and could use a little help with the bottom line occasionally to get equipment and things that they could use that sometimes the budget doesn't cover. So that's what we're doing today, and we'd like your help. There's a couple of ways that you can help, and I'm going to show them to you real quick. One way you can do it is you can call 1-833-549-2882 to make a donation to Hero Fund USA. You can also text donations by sending the word Hero Fund to 44321. Now, if you take a look at your screen here, if you have your phone handy right now, you can point your camera at that the QR code there, and that'll take you to PayPal, a donation site for Hero Fund USA. And you can donate through Venmo, or you can go to our website at kfvs12.com/giving. And remember, every dollar you donate stays local. And speaking of local, Chief Mike Dameron with the Anna Fire Department is here. And Chief,
Hi, Jeff.
Thanks for joining us today. Tell us some of the equipment that you guys could use that you don't have already that maybe you would benefit from.
Well, one of the things we've actually asked from Hero Fund is some 4-gas meters. They detect 4 different types of toxic gases that are tasteless, odorless, that you don't know about, the biggest being carbon monoxide. It's one of the things that can be very, very beneficial to us.
And are they expensive?
In the grand scheme of firefighting, not too bad, but they are a little expensive, and of course, being small volunteer departments, you know, everything's pretty expensive on a tight budget.
Sure. And in a real-world scenario, where would you use one of these systems?
Well, there's a lot of different applications it can be used for. Typically, you're going to see it more so in homes. People have a carbon monoxide detector that goes off. We can go in with that, and we can determine whether it's a bad detector or if there truly is a carbon monoxide leak.
All right, well, cool. Chief, thanks a lot. Appreciate your help today.
No problem. Thank you.
You bet. Once again, folks, if you want to help out, you can you can call 1-833-549-2882 to donate. You can also text the word Hero Fund to 44321. Also, we've got the QR code that'll take you to PayPal, the donation site there, and Venmo as well, or our website at kfvs12.com/giving. We're going to have some more interviews from Anna here in a little bit with another fire department that could also use your help and actually applied for assistance just last night. We'll go over all of that with you in just a little bit. Carly, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Jeff Cunningham live for us in Anna, Illinois. When disaster strikes, first responders take on enormous tasks, including restoring lines of communication. Multiple agencies from Southeast Missouri and beyond recently spent a weekend in Cape Girardeau for a training exercise to test mobile communication equipment.
Communications is essential in any type of emergency, disaster, any type of event like that.
Earthquakes, floods, tornadoes, they're all disasters that could hit the heartland with little warning.
Branch 1, exercise control.
Battalion Chief Brad Dillo with the Cape Girardeau Fire Department says those disasters could wipe out our communication systems.
Let's face it, we're a technology-based society now, and we use it every day in our lives. We use our cell phones 24/7 practically, and so when those things go down and we can't use it, people don't know what to do.
That's why Dillo and other first responders for multiple agencies in Missouri recently staged a mock disaster at the Cape Girardeau Sportsplex to learn what to do if a worst-case scenario becomes reality.
This is what this is based on today. Is an earthquake has hit the area, and we are trying to get communications up through radios, sat phones, cell systems, all kinds of different media.
If there is a large-scale disaster or emergency that's impacting our local dispatch centers for our public safety agencies, it's important that we have backup and redundancy of resources to make sure.
Andrew Bonert is the Emergency Management Director in Stoddard County. He says the training exercise also gives crews a chance to get to know other first responders they may encounter in the field.
I really love seeing all the different emergency response agencies come together for an event like this. It shows that we work together well. If disaster or emergency strikes, we're all ready to respond together and have some great teamwork and cooperation amongst each other.
And while this emergency is staged, first responders know well that they could face a true disaster at any moment, and they say they'll be ready.
One of these days, the potential's there that could happen, and when that happens, you know, things like this are going to be used because a lot of the infrastructure is going to fail us. And we've got to be able to get communications back up in a timely manner to be able to get assets and requests into the area to help the people in this area.
Meantime, Missouri Governor Mike Parson says he has a special appreciation for first responders. The governor says he lost an officer in the line of duty when he was sheriff of Polk County. He told the story today at a first responder award presentation.
You're watching Heartland News Now.
Our Hero Fund Giving Day continues in our second half hour. KFVS 12 and Heartland News are teaming up with Hero Fund USA to raise money for safety equipment needed by local first responders. We want to go back out live to Jeff Cunningham, who is in Anna, Illinois. Jeff?
Hey, Carly. Yeah, we are still here in Anna, and I'd like to just start out by saying thank you to everyone who's donated so far on this on our Giving Day. We've been able to, with your help, raise over $4,200 for our local first responders so far today. And it's not too late. We're still raising money. We're going to continue throughout the day, and we'll tell you it's real easy. We're going to tell you how you can do it in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, I want to bring in another one of our local first responders. This is Chief Patrick Ferguson from Dongola. Chief, thanks for joining us. And when did you first hear about this fund that you could tap into?
Originally, it was about 2 months ago, and we got looking into it and actually applied for a grant last night.
Right, so you applied last night, and was it easy?
Yeah, it was a one-page application. Took me about 20 minutes.
So what are some of the what's some of the equipment that you guys in Dongola could use that you don't have right now?
I put in for a thermal imaging camera, a gas monitor, and I also put in for some gloves and boots.
So in real-world applications, how would you use the thermal imaging monitor?
Well, thermal imager can be used to search a house for if someone was trapped in the house, or it can even be used on an accident scene where you can pick up the heat from the seats and know if there's anybody that was in the vehicle.
All right. Well, Chief, thanks a lot. Good luck to you. We appreciate it. And again, it's easy to give, and with more on how you can help out, I'm going to send it back to Carly.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, we want to run all of this information by you again. If you'd like to donate to our local first responders, you can call the number you see there on your screen. It's 1-833-549-2882. Just tell them you're watching this on KFVS 12. That keeps the money local, and we want to do that. You can also text your donation by sending the word Hero Fund, all one word, to the number 44321, and you can make a donation on our KFVS 12 News app, or get out your phone right now,
and point the camera right at that QR code right in the middle. That is going to take you to a donation site where you can give through PayPal. That's a lot of people have PayPal, very easy to do. And we're also taking your donations through Venmo. That's at Hero Fund USA, and put KFVS in the note. Again, that designates the money that you're donating to stay in Southern Illinois, Southeast Missouri, and Western Kentucky. So again, every dollar that we get collected today will help our local first responders to give them the safety equipment that they need to do their jobs. Meantime, first responders in St. Charles County are fortunate enough that they have the equipment that they need, and Paige Hulsley reports that they don't know what they would do without it.
It's a good job.
It's a good job, but it can be a dangerous job too. That's why gear like this is so crucial.
We have our avatar robot, which we can send into a location to safely clear that area. The shield's very important. It helps stop any type of bullets or a projectile being sent our way. Well, this is our breacher pack. Gas mask is very helpful.
The list goes on and on here in St. Charles County, where they are fortunate to have the funds to buy this equipment. But not every agency has access to so many tax dollars. That's where the Hero Fund comes in. It helps close the financial gap for other agencies who need help footing the bill.
The duties of an officer, no matter where you're at, has become more complex, whether you're in a metropolitan area or rural area. These tools that you can acquire through funding through the Heroes Fund are a necessary part of the job.
The gear that Hero Fund can help buy keeps both officers safe and helps citizens in emergencies.
We also have a medical kit. Officers have used it recently on a gunshot victim and also somebody that fell off a lawnmower, and their arm was hurt severely, and they were able to apply the tourniquet and save the person's life.
Heroes saving lives with the help of Hero Fund USA.
Live from KFVS 12, this is Heartland News special coverage of Hero Fund USA Giving Day.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our first ever Hero Fund USA Giving Day. We are asking you to help the people who help us. Jeff is live at the Anna Fire Department to tell us more about it.
Hey, Kathy. Yeah, first responders, of course, use a lot of safety equipment, and as you can imagine, that safety equipment is not cheap. And Hero Fund USA, its mission is to help fill the gap between what's in the budget and then what these first responders need and to do their jobs effectively. And so far on this Giving Day, you've stepped up and helped. The last total I got was over $4,200 so far that we've raised to help our local first responders. And again, all that money stays local. If you'd like to help out, it's real easy to do it. You can dial this number, 1-833-549-2882, to make a donation to Hero Fund USA. Also, you can text by sending the word Hero Fund to 44321, or you can make a donation through our KFVS 12 news app. And if you have your phone handy right now, you can point your camera there at that QR code that you see on your screen, and that'll take you to the PayPal donation site for Hero Fund USA. And you can also donate through Venmo, or you can go again to KFVS12.com/giving. And again, all the money that you're donating helps local first responders. If you are a first responder and you're wondering how you can apply for some assistance, you can go to that same website, and there's a request form. And we understand some of the Hero Fund USA that the items that they are asking for include body armor for police officers, helmets and headlights for firefighters, as well as gloves and face shields for EMTs. So again, we'd love to have you help us help our local first responders. Kathy, I'll send it back to you.
What we do is dangerous work. You know, some of the things that we do are right on the edge of being unsafe.
Murfreesboro Fire Chief Steve McBride says they need a variety of equipment when responding to emergency calls.
It's very important for us to have that equipment to do what we do.
Chief McBride tells me their current budget only covers day-to-day operational expenses such as fuel and truck repairs. But he says the need is much greater.
My firefighters currently are in need of protective ballistic protective wear for when we go to some of those calls where there might be an active shooter or somebody seeking to do harm to first responders.
McBride tells me their thermal imaging cameras need to be replaced every 5 years.
Those are very expensive. They're about $5,000–6,000 a piece. Every 5 years they become obsolete or damaged, and we have to have those. That allows us to see through the smoke in a fire and quickly locate victims.
McBride says grants help his firefighters to protect themselves and to protect the public.
We really appreciate the fundraising efforts and turn out and help us get the equipment that we can't normally get through the normal means and our budgets.
In Murfreesboro, Illinois, Brianna Harris, Live Local Now, Heartland News.
All right, so if you haven't heard of Hero Fund USA, there may be a good reason for that. The organization is less than 6 years old and until recently only served Missouri and Kansas. But co-founder Daryl Smith tells us last year the group made the decision to go national.
And the reason for that was from the beginning, we started getting a lot of requests for funding assistance all around the country. And it just breaks our heart to not be able to provide help where help is needed, because first responders don't pick and choose who they help. When they get the call and they have the ability to help, they're the first ones there.
And as you heard Jeff mention, if you're a first responder interested in applying for Hero funding, you'll find a link to a request application on our website, KFVS12.com/giving. Now let's go back to our Hero Fund Giving Day coverage. We have been very fortunate to receive some pretty generous donations, including a $5 donation from Window World of Cape Girardeau. Owner Mike Harper told us why he decided to donate to this cause.
Well, it's very important for our first responders to have all the necessary equipment that they need to do their job. They would be the first ones we'd call for help. Please come and help me. So obviously we want to give to this Hero Fund.
All of the money donated today will go to help local first responders right here in the heartland. It'll help police departments buy things like bulletproof vests and stop sticks, thermal imaging cameras and drones for fire departments, as well as gloves and face shields for our EMTs.
Hey everyone, Jeff Cunningham once again at the Anna, Illinois Fire Department, and this is just some of the firefighting equipment that they use here. And Chief, come on in. I'm going to bring in Chief Mike Dammerman once again. And Chief, this stuff's not cheap. You were saying that just one of these is about $4 grand. Is that right?
It can vary. What we've got here, basically from head to toe, we'll run about $3,500 a set. So depending on how many men you have in your department, times 35, so we eat up a budget in a hurry.
Yeah, I can imagine so. So this Hero Day, Hero Fund USA Giving Day today could really help you guys out with getting some of the equipment that the budget doesn't eat up.
Oh, most definitely. Like I said, at $3,500 a set, it eats it up pretty quick. And turnout gear only has a 10-year shelf life, so you have to constantly be rotating your gear in and out. So it's something that you can't just buy once and be one and done. You're constantly replacing. And plus, you're going into fires with it. You tear it up, different things happen, so you may have to replace. So it's just a constant draw to replace things.
Right, and it's tough on you guys, especially because you're a volunteer fire department on top of everything else. When we talked earlier, you said there was something specific that you would use this money to get. What was that again?
Yes, we have actually applied to get 4 gas meters. 4 gas meters help us detect the, most prevalent of gases that are tasteless, odorless, that are toxic to people. Typically, most common one is carbon monoxide, everybody's most familiar with. So that's what we've applied for, and actually we have received word that we will be obtaining that grant through Hero Fund. So it's great.
Yeah. Okay, Chief. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, folks, give what you can. It's a great day to give. It's a beautiful day to give. And for more on that, let's check in with Grant.
First alert.
On this special day of giving, we are focusing in on the needs and efforts of our Heartland first responders. You see it all the time in your home, in your car, especially on your phone. Technology is jumping forward by leaps and bounds. And Heartland firefighters, police officers, and EMTs, they're struggling with that too. But how can they keep up when they can barely afford the basics to fight fires, respond to police calls, and save lives? That's why Heartland News is partnering with Hero Fund USA and also Window World of Cape Girardeau. We are offering this special day of giving where you can make a difference. And I want to bring in Mike Harper with Window World of Cape Girardeau. And Mike, tell me a little bit about why it was so important for you and your company to be a part of this very special day.
Yeah. I think it's very important for us to support our first line responders so that they have all the necessary equipment they need to do their job. They put their lives on the line for us every single day, so we want to make sure that we do support them. That's very important. And here at Window World of Cape Girardeau, we want to also support the Hero Fund.
Okay, Mike, and I understand you're making a very generous donation today on behalf of Window World of Cape Girardeau, correct?
Yes, that is correct. We are making a donation today.
Okay, what do we got here?
We have a $500 donation to the Hero Fund.
Okay, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Mike. And again, 100% of this $500 donation and of anything you donate today will be going to support our local police, our local firefighters, and our local EMTs. So please open your wallet, open your heart, and please consider giving today. In Cape Girardeau, Carly O'Keefe, Heartland News.
First Alert Weather with Grant Day.